Hello, hello. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello. I've had that song in my head for the last couple of days. I think it was written by Paul McCartney about meeting Linda McCartney at a party. Isn't that sweet? Sweet story. So welcome everybody. This is my last stream before I go down under. Up over gets to go down under. I don't think I'm going to be able to, because of time constraints and everybody's off doing their own thing, I probably will not be able to stream with anybody over in Sydney, but I do hope to get together for a quick cup of coffee with Lena Rodriguez. I'm a huge fan of hers. And when I'm having a crappy day, I go to her channel and I laugh and laugh and laugh. And I love the fact that she calls us intrepid viewers, because we have been intrepid viewers. We have been brave. We have all been brave. So hopefully she and I'll have a nice cup of coffee. Maybe we'll take a couple pictures and then we'll talk about how fun it was. All right, so before we get started, let me say hi to everybody. And yet we have 2 people volunteering to be moderators, so please be kind and thank them for that. Kathy W. is our moderator today, as is Noel. So we welcome them and thank them for helping. This channel is a not-for-profit. That means that 100% of the revenue we collect from the commercials and from the super chats are donated to the charities of our choice. We, the people, decide what we're going to do with the money. And so that is what we're going to be talking about today. So we calculated our earnings. And as is my way, everything is completely disorganized. So I believe we raised approximately $965 this month. Give yourselves applause. Woohoo! From sitting and watching commercials and donations from the super chat. So we're looking at approximately $965. Connie Campbell sent me $20 through my PayPal account. Please do not do that. Thank you, everyone, but that is not how to donate to charity. Do not send me money through PayPal. If you do, I might be inclined to spend that money on a latte. But Connie let me know what the money was for. First off, she got charged 88 cents, and that's nearly the cost of one tree, because for $1 through AmericanForest.org, you can buy a tree. So it would be better for people to go directly to the charities if you've missed the live chat and just directly donate to them. And then the next time you come onto my channel, just let us know how many trees you bought or how much money you gave to the charity of your choice, so that we can celebrate together as a community. I truly believe there are more good people in the world than bad people in the world. But if you sit and watch the news all day, which is all about the horrible, terrible things that the 1% are doing, the 2%, even narcissists go to charity events, if nothing else, so that they can get photographed at the charity event. Most of us are not evil. And so I think it's just important for us as a community to come together and say, this is reality. This is the true nature of human beings. You do have those occasional crazy people running around. And just to ground us in, this is what life is about. We help each other. We build communities based on shared values. And so that's great. So thank you, Connie Campbell. I will be donating $19.12 of Connie Campbell's money added to the 965. And then I have a special shout out for Luma. I received this beautiful card from Luma. And it says, "Dear Whimsy, I am also a frugal person." She addressed it to my other channel for a simple, healthy living on a budget. It's called Broke Aristocrats. So if you are struggling financially, you are trying to live below your means and help Gaia, please check out the videos we've put up for Broke Aristocrats. Anyway, she says that she's a frugal person too, but she also likes to donate to worthy causes. Thank you so much for your generosity and finding the time to upload videos, which I always look forward to. Many blessings and Love from your fan, Luma. Please distribute the money as follows. She would like $100 to go to the ACLU for the children at the border, $25 to go to the Bahama Fund. We absolutely will do that for you. And then a tree planting, $25. Luma gave the charities $150 in donations. So we all want to thank Luma for that. Again, you don't have to send the money to me. We tell people where the money is going, and so you can just directly go to RACIS, which is one of the organizations we donate for children at the border. AmericanForest.org and Tree Sisters are the two organizations we donate to for planting trees, especially the Tree Sisters, because we're concerned about what's going on with how global warming is affecting India. We've also given to the Southern Poverty Law Center, Children of the Night, which helps get children off the streets who are victims of human trafficking. We also give to the ACPA, what's it called? The ASPCA, we give to them. And we also give to the Environmental Conservancy, is that correct? We gave to them. Does anybody remember all the organizations? People tell me where to put the money, and then I put it there. So thank you again, Luma. She has a letter to Gaia. She says, "Dear Mother Gaia, hope you're feeling better soon." She sent a get well card, and she says, "For your sake and ours, I'm enclosing a small donation to plant trees. Please take good care of them so that they may thrive. Love, Luma." And so together as a community, we say congratulations, Luma, and Mazel Tov for having given birth to 25 tree babies. And let us pray that Luma's babies grow up big and strong and that they are happy. Her children will be in India and all over the world. So we thank Luma, and I will be uploading, when I get to Sydney, we'll do a video where we show how the money was distributed. We also put out a poll. Be sure and answer the poll about where you want the money to go so that you can be part of the change. All right, got it out of my system, and I did it in a very short amount of time. So we want to thank everyone who's been part of that. Hello to Laura Light, welcome to Willow Nighthawk, to Jane Finley English, Connie Cat Mama. I'm a cat mama too. Margaret Merton, Valerie Woodford. We've said hi to Kathy, of course, the star of the show. Rosie Santos, Noel, another co-star. Sacred Site Energy Healing, Nanu. Linda Mack is here again. Yay. Angela Johnson, Anne. We'll be saying hi. Maureen, hello. Gaia Ellis, congratulations. Okay, so it looks like we did pretty good, everybody, in terms of our donations. I'll do a quick ad for everybody because I know you're all curious. Looks like we raised $12.13. We raised $1,234 this month for Gaia. Woo! And for the animals, and for the Bahamas, and for molested and abused children. Of course, we are their advocates. And we want them to know that there are more good people in the world than bad people in the world. So thank you. We have gotten some super chats. Mary Maddie, please tell me where you want the money to go to by going to our poll and just clicking on that. And then rather than taking notes on what everybody wants, I just did a poll, and then I'll figure it out that way because it's just too many numbers in my head. So thank you, Mary. If it is for trees, and Mazel Tov to Mary for her 10 fur babies, her Douglas firs. And we had another donation for Marjorie Harrison, and she would like to give it to, what's SPLC? I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. I'll write it down, though. What is SPLC? Does anyone know? $4.99 from Marjorie. Put that down. What is the SP? If someone could tell me what that is, that's great. Okay, so I'm going to give everybody here 35 minutes worth of blitzes, and then I'm going to go to the airport. So my time is your time. So let's take a look. How's everybody doing? Do you see how simple this is? We said we were going to build a rainforest. Now, I'm not particular about boundaries. I don't care if part of the forest is in India, part of the forest is in Brazil, part of it's in Europe. It's all good, right? So we're building a forest. Just took a couple people watching some commercials and a couple people donating a few bucks here and there. And I desperately need Marjorie to tell me what that charity is. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with just a simple prayer, and we're going to go in and we're going to look at the state of the world in the coming weeks. I want to call on white light protection for myself and my viewers as I ask permission from Spirit to access the Akashic records. We call on our spirit guides and our good angels to be with us. Give us the clarity and wisdom needed to empower all of us on our journey, that we all can make the best decision for ourselves, for our families, for the planet, for the people we love, and even for the people we're not fans of. And with that, I say amen. Okay, let's go in. What's going to be in the coming weeks? Bob Muller's here. I love Bob Muller. He did follow the money, but because he wasn't allowed to put it in the report, he simply put it in a nice, beautiful package and sent it to SDNY. It's rather mean of him, if you're a part of the other side, I guess. I'm picking up a lot of, oh man, what a mess. Oh. Wow. Oh my God. Hold on a second. There's a lot going on internationally with trying to avoid war. It looks like there's emergency meetings taking place with the military, and there's an emergency conference that's taking place, and it does not appear that the conference is taking place in the United States, and it's regarding the emergency with what happened with Iran and Saudi Arabia, and that's actually the mediation that's it's happening now. So let's go in. That's the first thing I'm seeing for us. A judgment is coming for a man in power, and he appears to be an air sign. I'm going to go ahead and tentatively say I think that's Donald Trump. The feeling I have when I go into this is that you can only be the victim of a con for so long. And usually you can tell when something's a con when, if it's too good to be true, it probably isn't. And I think we've all met those people in our life where they're just, he's amazing, he's incredible. No, he isn't. You know, the person who talks a good game, etc. So it goes back to, we have a resident therapist we bring on the channel. I think we need it considering the times. But the therapist for the channel is Marsha Martin. She also has her own channel. And she was talking in the last interview we did with her about people who can fool us some of the time, that playing the game, being seductive, the seductive narcissist or the seductive sociopath, at first it's a lot of fun because they seem so exciting, their world is exciting, but eventually the truth comes out. Eventually their luck runs out, and that's kind of what we're seeing with Trump's presidency. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all see the cards. Stuck on the devil. So these, so it's a time in the coming week for all of us where we are cognizantly aware of the fact that we are chained to relationships that not only don't suit us, but could theoretically be considered extremely unhealthy. This is the kind of relationship where you know it can't work, but you really, really want it to work. You're emotionally pulled into it. It can also be addiction. This would be somebody's relationship with a drug like heroin, if they can't give it up and they're tormented. It's to want something and then be tormented by what you want, or to be bound by something. But the interesting thing about the devil card is that the two people that have the chains around their neck can pull them off. quite easily, simply by being consciously aware of their situation. So we're now in a situation that we feel the world is feeling a sense of being chained or trapped by a dysfunctional relationship. Thank you to Bob Mueller. I believe Bob Mueller has given birth to 5 trees. Now, Bob, that might have been painful, but trust me, it was good for Gaia, and we appreciate that. All right. So the devil card coming in as the relationship, and what crosses it is charity. I love the fact that charity is crossing this because this is not a vindictive energy going forward in the coming weeks. This is compassion, service. What I love about connecting with Gaia's energy, the divine mother energy in the Catholic tradition, is this idea of you can resist, you can protest, you can give your heart to something greater than yourself, saving the planet, saving one another, saving the animals. And the protest is the service. Does everybody see that? The way to break the chain is you turn away from the relationship and instead you direct your energy towards the solution. So in that sense, the relationship we have with these negative persons becomes weaker because they are no longer the focus of the planet. The focus of the planet now is to find a solution. The focus of the planet now is to save the planet. It's service to the planet. And so because that is now where our energy is moving, with the children marching, it weakens and breaks the hold of the devil because we're not going to be there much longer. I saw Mary's table today. If you didn't get a chance to watch her video, she did a good one she just didn't even want to do the cards because she just felt like it was so obviously over. And as a remote viewer, that's exactly what it looks like. It looks like, I'll go a little bit more into that, but I first want to just give a shout out and a thank you. We've birthed 5 more babies. Spiritual Seeker has given birth to 5 babies. Melrose Ave. May they grow up to big, strong pines. Kristen Jane has donated $10 to the trees. Yes, 10 babies for Kristen. Mazel tov, mazel tov, mazel tov. We are building a huge rainforest. So in terms of where the direction of the energy is, it's light and love and our shared humanity and the fact that we are powerful and the fact that we are united and we are no longer gaslit and we see very clearly what happened, and it's and our direction is now towards how do I fix it? How do I fix it? This Trump becomes the gnat. He becomes the gnat in our ear that we swat away and then we just keep single-mindedly focusing, and the opposition is running out of arguments. That's what it looks like. Watch me read the cards in advance. Coming into our power, entrepreneurship. This could also be new business opportunities. What we sit in, business of the world. There's an economic aspect that's going to be coming in. What sits in the past, the sun, some kind of issue has been opened up, some can of worms. What I wanted to talk about is the fact that when I did the remotes a couple of months ago, I fell on an energy of some kind of serious investigation that scared me. Like when I was looking at the investigation, when I fell into the energy, I felt as the whistleblower or the people that were reporting that I had witnessed a crime, that it was irrefutable, and that Barr and nobody would be able to save this president. So the people investigating this have known about it for a while. Another remote I did was that they uncovered theft, that there was serious money missing, and it was being taken out of the military budget. The first thing they did is they gave the military a huge budget, and then they started taking money out of the military budget. So they were siphoning it off. First, he said, great, we're going to give a bunch of money to the military. And then he went into that budget and started paying himself. This is a very serious crime. It looked like a serious crime when we first saw it. And then is it called Turnberry? Turnberry, it started to happen. It's like, oh, so then when you focus on that, for those of you who are remote viewers, you'll probably start feeling that there are a lot of turnberries. But that's what it looks like to me, is that he put all this money into these various different areas and then started siphoning them off towards his. It's really shockingly bold when you think about it. The investigation. Hermit is about an investigation. Hermit is about the person who does not give up. They are doggedly determined to find out what's going on. Thank you, Larry, the Buddha boy. I'm a Buddha girl. Larry's a Buddha boy. I'm a Buddha girl. Has Larry had 8 babies? Or would he like it to go to something else? Please let us know. I'll make a note today because I'm making the donations on the 23rd. Is it going to be? Yeah, because that'll be a Monday. So yeah. So the Hermit card comes in, and the Hermit card is a card of scholarship, academia. The cool thing about this card is that if you look, he's in, looks like cloth shoes. That'd be rather uncomfortable in the snow. And this is often the time of the winter, when, in terms of if you were going to predict a time for the Hermit. But the other thing about the Hermit is that it had to do with the days that we would plant and we would work in the spring, late spring and summer, work the fields. And then in the winter, we would hunker down and study. And that became the modern school day, the modern school year. So that is why the time of study is the time of winter, and probably influenced the artist. Lily girl has, $20 for the trees. Awesome possum. So we've got another 20 babies for Lily. Lily, you're going to make a wonderful mother. Wonderful mother. All right. Let's go in. Where we're at, walking away from the broken man. It goes back to that feeling of not being fooled, walking away from the thing that has kept you out of the church, kept you away from your own divinity, kept you away from the light. What's interesting also from a Kabbalistic perspective is that the home is associated with the feminine aspects of the divine, the Shekhinah. And the light is on in the home. To be exiled from the divine, or to be exiled from the feminine aspects of God. Y'all see that? And to walk away from the person or things that drag you down. It can be very painful. This card will come up when we're in a dysfunctional relationship with someone, and we can often see it as financially draining. We not only are emotionally drained, we can also be financially drained by those types of relationships, because it's this constant craving, it's this constant need that can't be filled. Thank you, Anna. Anna's had 2 babies today, and we want to congratulate her. So everybody make sure to congratulate Anna on her 2 babies. So this is a time when we are becoming more and more caught. Oh, there's a 10 there too. I don't know. Is that going to be $11.99? Possibly. Thank you, Anna. So with the 5 of Pentacles in the 7th house, I would interpret that this is a time in the world's consciousness where we are very much aware of the problem. We are very much aware of the fact that we are in exile. And we are very much aware of the fact that to some extent we are responsible for it. Maybe we're responsible because we didn't think about it. Maybe we just didn't put effort into it. Maybe we like cheeseburgers. I know I like cheeseburgers. The things we have to sacrifice in order to save the world. So 5 of Pentacles in the 7th house would suggest that we are becoming cognizantly aware of the fact that we are in exile. Okay. What is around us, the wheel of karma churning. It goes back to that idea that the truth always comes out. The karmic wheel is coming to an end. Things are shifting. The hope and the fear that we will not be able to heal the situation. Hermes is the archetype. He was a messenger in early Greek mythology, and he brought messages, and he also brought messages of healing. He brings the elixir. What's also interesting is that symbolizing the fish's head. We serve fish's head on Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, which is going to be coming up next week. And it symbolizes to be able to see things from a 360-degree angle. And we can see the fish's head is there. So with awareness, with knowledge, we have healing. Special shout out again to Anna. Trees and the ACLU, absolutely. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. And then the final outcome, we save the world. You'll see that? This, by the way, is considered one of the most positive cards in the card chart, even more so than the Ten of Cups. So I just think that more and more people are becoming awake. More and more people are becoming conscious out of the mouth of babes. And I think that it has taken off in such a powerful way that I think that we're going to save ourselves. I think it's amazing what people can do once they're activated, organized, once we've stopped being gaslit. For people who have had that kind of a background where you've suffered a lot or you've had a lot of people mess with your head a little bit, when you wake up and you start feeling like you've got your brain back, it's a wonderful feeling because you feel like, wow, I can think again, I can work again, I can put, I can, the whole world is not made up of Donald Trump. He's just one narcissist having a temper tantrum. The truth of the matter is the world is mostly made up of people like us. Yeah, we don't have a lot of money, but look what we accomplished just in 1 month, just with intention. It's pretty cool. Thank you, Nancy. Nancy has had 10 babies. Yes, they are trees. Nancy, congratulations. Let's all congratulate Nancy. I want to do a clarification now on what I just saw. We will celebrate having successfully broken away from a situation or relationship that did not suit us. And of course, we see this here. I would argue that that's the devil card has to do with this exile or this relationship. And then we see celebration moving in. What is around us? A new contract, the sacred contract, right? It's like everybody prostrating themselves on Gaia. And I betroth myself to you, O Lord, my God. I betroth myself to you in loving kindness. That's from the Torah. It's this idea of betrothing oneself to God, God's perfection, God's creation, God's world. Everybody see that? And can you see Hermes in the center? The hope and the fear that we will not be able to transition, the transformation, and then the final outcome, we take the leap of faith. We have faith. Fool card is ultimately about faith. It's that you know that everything is going to be okay, so you throw yourself, heart and soul into the commitment. And you can see the commitment, clarification is the world. We're going to do it. We're going to save ourselves. Somebody had asked about putting the metal filings up. Oh my God, it's horrible. It's scary if we put iron up. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you for the $20 donation. Most asteroids that hit the Earth are made from iron. And they burn up before they hit the atmosphere. So that is why research scientists are looking at that, because it would theoretically burn up slowly over a given time, giving us, say, a couple of years to clean up the mess. But as an emergency solution, it would drop the temperatures, and then it would slowly burn up as it entered the Earth's atmosphere. And then theoretically, by then, we would have fixed the problem. The concern people have is that it's not a fix, it's a temporary solution until we can get our act together. And I think that's what's going to happen. All right, so people had asked for a couple of different things. I know people want to do the whistleblower, so I'm just going to go in and see what we can find out about the whistleblower. Everybody having fun? I'm having fun. Let's spell the whistleblower. It's the military. It's Mathis. It's the military. It's his military. It's his generals. It's Mathis. Can you believe that? His military started documenting. He's got whistleblowers out of the military, and it's his military and security advisors. Refuses to answer questions. He's actually going to continue to attempt to obstruct justice. And there's a possibility that if he's deposed, he will not answer questions. This is somebody who has always gotten off and thinks he will continue to get off. There's Trump. He got reported by his military. Can you believe that? It's because he was taking money out of the military. It wasn't just the phone call with the Ukraine. The military alerted about, there were things that were witnessed by people high in security, and that's what happened. And it had to do with the business. The thief. This is why I thought it was a theft situation. 7 of Swords in the 3rd house. The guy got caught stealing. Look at that. The military, it's the military. Holy hell. Oh my God, look at that. His advisors walked out. The world wins. Same damn outcome. Look at this. He's got a criminal investigation. They want to depose him. He's going to try and create a new deal. How interesting is that? So his generals reported him. His generals walked out. Isn't that interesting? So whoever was sitting in that chair when he was talking with the Ukraine, whoever was somebody, there were people in the military. And Mathis was one of the whistleblowers. And so he filed his complaint. Holy hell. And then he put in his resignation. That's what I see. Now that doesn't mean he's the only one. Brenner, other people have made filed complaints. Even Mitch McConnell filed a complaint, and now Mitch McConnell is cooperating with the budget to protect against the cyber hacks. He went too far. Look at that in his 3rd house. Dang. He messed with Mathis. That was a mistake. Okay, I've got a little bit of time for, can you believe that, you guys? I'll go ahead and close now with one more reading because it's only 4:06 and I can't do a whole hour today. Somebody had asked me to look at Barr, and I got an email about Marianne Williamson. We already looked at that. I see her involved in, she's going to write another book, and she's going to be doing spiritual politics. She's going to be writing a book on spiritual politics. She's going to be more in conferences, forefront, being active in promoting the idea of spirituality in politics. And I think she'll do very great work in that area. And it's important that she begin to infuse her ideas into the political discussion. And I think that's the reason why it was good that she entered the race. All right, so Congress, please. Chatty Cathy. Noelle, and Kathy, do the. My first priority would be the moderators. Is there anything I didn't ask that Kathy W and Noelle? Did you have any questions you didn't get answered? Yeah, Mystic Bella. Can you believe those cards? Ivanka. Oh, I feel so bad for that girl. I know you don't like her, but can you imagine being gaslit by that guy since you were born? What kind of chance would you have? Okay, thank you, Carol, for the donation. If it's for trees, then Mazel Tov. Carol has had 5 babies. All right, Ivanka Trump. Ivanka Trump, how is she doing? I know she's spending time in nature, so on some level she gets it. Something's off. She says, I feel so much better. We went camping. She'll get her brain back. She just needs to keep camping, right? Mother will help her. What's with Ivanka? Who knows? Maybe she'll save her own life and become a great person. She's very depressed. She's very sad. She doesn't want to, she's withdrawing from DC. But something positive emerged from this. She's saying something positive emerged from this because she realized that she really could make a difference. And she realizes that she really does want to live a more meaningful life, doing things for other people. Like, it changed her in positive ways, but I don't think she feels she needs to do it as a politician. That's what she's saying. She's looking towards God or spirituality, getting her wish. So she's moving away from politics towards the spirituality of service. It's a very painful process because she loves her father, but she got the bug. You know, it's this awakening that everybody, you know, don't go camping right now if you don't want to get caught, because Gaia is communicating with everybody. But beautiful base cards. She's growing, she's evolving, she's becoming a better person. Where she's at right now, I don't see them staying, leaving with her husband and children out of a rocky situation. Her mental health, she's exhausted, she's stressed out, she's confused, she's gaslit, she doesn't know what to think, what is above her. Look at this, she's completely confused, poor girl. She's got a 7 of Cups in her 4th house. For the professional readers, does that look like somebody that knows what to do? And look at what's right over her, Moon. What she sits in, devastation. She's exhausted. She's mentally and emotionally exhausted. She's completely confused. She just wants out. Look at that. She wants out of DC. God, could cards be any more obvious? Look at that. Coming out of a happy time. Going into devastation, depression, fear, trouble sleeping. I feel a pit in my stomach. I feel grief. I feel horror that I don't want to look at when I go into her energy. And I just feel mentally confused. Does this look happy to you? So she's turning towards God. She's turning towards her higher power. She's turning towards her good. She's turning towards nature, which is exactly what she needs to be doing to get her head on straight. Also, it's high holidays, so there's like a lot going on. Walking away from a battle that can't, you know what? She's going to, on some level, have to abandon her father. The hope and the fear, her own mental and financial well-being, and the final outcome, an offer. She's going to take an offer. Yeah, it's walking away from her father. Look at that. The father figure. Look at this poor girl, my God. She's going to be on the mend within 6 months. 6 of Wands pushing through, victorious. You know what she reminds me of? The Reagan kids. Ronald Reagan's daughter, who talked about a mental and emotional collapse and how she got through it through her writing. She emerged as a great writer and a humanitarian and environmentalist. And she's, I met her when I was working at a health place, and she takes really good care of herself. You know, she's a great lady. So this woman's going to change, and it's going to be okay. I think we're going to see a different Ivanka in about 6 months. That's what I see. So positive. All right, everybody. Thank you again for the donations. Again, for those people who are just joining us, we raised $1,234.12 for Gaia and for the causes that people wanted to contribute to. I will be making the donations after I land. Usually the deposits happen on the 21st, but because it was a Saturday, the deposits didn't happen today. So on Monday, I'll be sure and shoot a really quick video letting you know where everybody's moving it to. All right, love and light to everybody. And thank you for being such beautiful, wonderful spirits. And again, thank you to Luma for the donation. But please don't send me cash. Please, please don't do that, because I'm Jewish and a Buddhist. I have too much guilt. If I lose somebody's nickel, I'm gonna have nightmares. So don't send me money. Don't send me money. But if you want to put it into the channel, it's easy for us to control the donations that way, because we know exactly how much is going in. All right, light, love, peace to everyone, and please have a safe trip. Thank you. I hope I will. I'm flying Qantas, so you know, hey. All right, peace out. Take care, everybody. Thanks again. Love and light.